Hello and welcome to a travel vlog. Today's the day. We are going to be leaving for our very first international trip of the year in 2024, where we are going down under to Australia on a trip that I am calling Gold Coastin. And I am so excited. I hope that you guys watched the travel announcement that we posted last week. Words cannot explain how excited I am to go to Australia. I've wanted to go for years and years, and I can't believe we're actually doing it. So today is the day that we are leaving. So currently we are at my house in Orlando, Florida, and today we will be taking a plane over to Los Angeles. We're going to stay for a day in LA, kind of like adjust a little bit there, do the Santa Monica Pier, so there'll be a vlog coming out soon on the Santa Monica Pier, and then after Santa Monica that same night, we'll go back to LAX and continue our journey to Sydney, Australia, and going to Luna Park, Sydney, which will be the very first part of the trip. So yeah, I am about halfway through my workday. Our flight leaves tonight at around 8 p.m. and just gonna finish up some work, tie up some loose ends, send some emails, girl boss things, and then we're off to LA to kick off the first vacation of the year. See you guys shortly.
4 hours later.
I am done with work for the day, and now it's time to catch a lift to MCO, where we will begin our trek to Sydney, Australia. Tonight we are flying from MCO to LAX, like I mentioned, and it's about a 6-hour flight over to California. We'll spend the day tomorrow at Santa Monica Pier. Then we have the big 16-hour flight in economy. That's fine, because then we'll be in Australia the next day. So let's go catch the lift. We have made it all the way through security, and we are now waiting in Terminal B for our flight over to LAX. I think it's going to be about a 5-hour flight, which is going to be very short compared to the flight that we have tomorrow. But yeah, Terminal B, not as nice as Terminal C. I took you guys there on our trip to Europe. So if you haven't seen that travel vlog, I'll link it in the video so you can see a little bit of Terminal C. Terminal B, not too exciting. But yeah, just waiting for our flight, and then we'll be off to Los Angeles. We have made it on to the tiniest little plane I think I've ever been on in my life. Listen, everyone always craps on Spirit, but like this seat, we're on United. This seat is so tiny. This seat is ridiculously small. At least it's not the big flight. It's only what, five hours? 5 hours. We have like big news. We have guests. That's my mother-in-law, Teresa.
Hi.
Father-in-law, James, all by himself. Say hi to the in-laws. And then Josh is here.
I'm here, squeezed in.
It's so tiny. Just over 5 hours later, and we have landed at LAX in Los Angeles. That was one of, I think, the worst flights I think I've ever taken in terms of space, airplane, small cramped seat, turbulence, the whole nine. Just not a very comfortable seat, but we made it to LAX. I think we're gonna get some food at In-N-Out. Where else would you go in SoCal? And then head to the hotel for a good night's sleep before our really long day tomorrow. So we are wandering the streets of Los Angeles at the moment. We waited over 30 minutes, no exaggeration, over 30 minutes for a budget shuttle to come take us to the rental car facility, and it never came. So finally, an Avis driver offered to take us like some of the way and then drop us off literally in the streets of Los Angeles. And we have about a 10-minute walk to the actual budget facility. So that's what we're tackling right now. Literally just wandering the streets of good old LAX, hoping we find the budget rental car facility. We must be going in the general correct direction, so that's a good sign. What an eventful evening between the nonsense of the budget car rental, the van's not coming to pick us up, And then what you haven't seen so far is we actually have fast brake, which means we can go like right to the screen. It'll tell us where our car is. We can just drive out with the car. So it actually told us that we needed a call when we got there. We did. She told us pick any car in zone 2 with 5 seats or less. I did. I go to like leave and she scans the car and she's like, oh, sorry, this actually isn't included in the vehicle class that you had purchased. I was like, okay, well, you told me to pick anything in zone 2 with 5 seats, and I did, and then I got yelled at. And so then they made us literally back up, put the car back, find a new car, go back out, wait in the line again, then leave, and then we finally had some In-N-Out, which was delicious and incredible as always. Double animal style, and some animal style fries that are well done. If this is well done, their regular cooking has to be like raw potato. And we just made our way to the hotel for the evening, and we are staying at the Hilton Los Angeles Airport. Quick little overview of tonight's room. Looks very nice. We are absolutely exhausted and ready to go to bed, but travel vlog is not over yet. We are gonna pick it up tomorrow, and that is when we'll continue our journey from Los Angeles to Sydney, Australia. A good old 16-hour flight. So it's time to go to bed. I'll see you in like 2 seconds.
Till the very next day. Bum, 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 ba-da.
Good morning. It is day 2 of our Australia trip, and we're still in Los Angeles. Today is very exciting because we are heading to Santa Monica Pier for our very first time. That is going to be its own separate vlog, so I'll keep the travel vlog separate from the theme park. So Santa Monica will have its own vlog coming up on the channel. So if you're watching this like right as it comes out or like a few days after, that vlog is coming up on Tuesday. And then the travel vlog is going to pick back up tonight when we go to dinner somewhere very fun that I thought was kind of like, you have to kick off an Australian vacation this way. And I'll let you guess where it is, but that's where the next clip is going to be, is at dinner tonight. And then I will see you guys in the other vlog in Santa Monica. Oh my gosh, this is getting a little confusing. Anyway, to Santa Monica Pier, and I'll see you guys in that other vlog. You guys, like, we're flying here tomorrow. Like, well, tonight. We're gonna be there tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. We're gonna be there like in 2 days, but we're flying here tonight. Here is why I'm so confused about how to tell you we're going to be in Australia tomorrow. So today is March 1st, and our flight leaves at 10 p.m. tonight. We land on March 3rd at 9 a.m. Sydney time, and because of the way that we take off and cross the international date line, we actually never see March 2nd of this year. Like, we will not ever live it. But on our way back, we will live March 16th 2 times. Once in Sydney and then once in California. Crazy. You guys, it's like actually happening. And I know that we've talked a lot about like going to Australia, and it's like never really felt like super real. But as soon as we saw like Sydney, Australia on the like board with our flight information, I think that's when it really started to get real for me. And then I also panic bought a bunch of snacks because being on a plane for 16 hours like really has me freaked out. Like, what if I get hungry? What if I want something and I just don't have access to it? So I have a ton of snacks and I'm ready for this long flight. But it's happening. We are heading to the other side of the world. Also, the most amazing thing happened as we were like getting to the airport. We hit 1,500 subscribers today, which means the absolute world to me. Thank you guys so much for being on this incredible journey with me. We've been to Europe together. We've done a ton of USA stuff. We've been on a cruise, we've gone to Canada, and now we are going to Australia together. And thank you for being part of the ride. If you're new here, it would mean a lot if you took some time to like the video and hit that subscribe button. It's a great way to show support for the channel without having to pay anything extra. So appreciate all of the support, and thank you guys so much for 1,500 today. That is incredible, and I'm so grateful and thankful that you're here. We have found our home for the next 16 hours, but it looks like it actually doesn't look too bad. Definitely not as bad as yesterday's flight at all. We are getting settled into the plane now, and I'm gonna give you a little tour. Welcome to my crib, like economy style. I have all of my tech stuff, so my laptop, my iPad, not really good view. There you go, iPad, some cords and chargers in here. And then I have this like bonus seat back pocket because there's no chair here. And I have all of my snacks and essentials that I will need over the next few hours. Some combos, some Sour Patch Kids, trail mix, a Dasani. I think we're set for the flight. Because we are flying international, we are getting some meals. So our first meal is already here. We're about an hour into the flight so far, and our first meal has arrived. I went with the chicken option. It says it's a soy glazed chicken with some vegetables. Looks like a little quinoa salad, and then a little quinoa crunchy cookie for dessert. So, looks tasty. Okay, I hated the quinoa salad thing with like, they had like raisins and berries in it, and it was like spinach and quinoa. Not for me. 2 out of 10. The main dish was really good. It was like chicken, noodles, peas, super flavorful, super tasty. I really enjoyed it. And I misspoke earlier. It was not the quinoa cookie that we had last night on our trip from MCO to LAX. It was a Milk Bar mint chocolate chip cookie brownie thing that was absolutely delicious. That was my favorite part of the entire meal. That was like the 11 out of 10 for me. We are about 15 hours into our flight, so only about an hour left to go. So excited to finally get back on land, and we just got served breakfast. So I was going to show you guys what our breakfast looked like. We got a egg scramble, some Chobani Greek peach yogurt, a roll with jam and butter, and some fresh fruit. So looks tasty. I'm excited to dive in because I'm absolutely starving. First time we're seeing land in like 16, 17 hours. There's Australia. We have made it, finally, to the Hilton Sydney in Sydney, Australia. And we were here a little earlier than we anticipated. We got in at around 10 a.m., so our rooms weren't quite ready yet. But we did get executive lounge access, which I'm really excited about, because we've had a few light bites to eat and kind of just freshen up. Got a change of clothes so that we can head to our first theme park, because yes, there's no rest today. We are going straight to our first theme park and heading to Luna Park Sydney, so stay tuned on the channel for that vlog coming up very soon. The flight itself, it was long, of course, it was 16 hours, but honestly, it was quite nice. It went by pretty quickly. The food was great, the service we had was really good, so no complaints here. I think overall for the value, I think we ended up paying like just over $900 round trip per person. I think it was a great value, a great way to get here to Australia, so highly recommend, flying on LAX using United and flying into Sydney. So yeah, that is going to conclude the travel vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content like this, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, give it a like to fight the YouTube algorithm. Keep cruising and coasting, and I'll see you guys at Luna Park Sydney. Bye.